Today I'm interviewing Sandi Millichip-Massocchi, and what we're going to be talking about is about how she created a business, how she's actually built it up, but particularly looking at some of the high quality products she produces. So hello there, Sandi.
Hi, Jonathan.
Sandi, can you tell us a little bit about why you got involved with making the memory bears and all the other animals that you make, please?
Well, I've always been into sewing all my life. I was quite poorly when I was young and needed something to do, and sewing was something that I could do. My granddad was a tailor, so I hope that a little bit of his influence rubbed off on me. So that's something I'd always done. And somebody had asked me to make a bear from a school uniform. And it's something I'd never done before, made bears. I've made handbags and curtains, cushions, you name it. And then my dad had passed away and left his ties. He was a very smart gentleman, loved wearing ties, suit, shirt, tie. And I didn't know what on earth to do with them. I couldn't throw them away. They were in a bag in the wardrobe, taking up space. I never really looked at them. And after I'd done this bear, I thought, that'd be a fabulous idea. I could actually turn that, because the material is beautiful in ties. And I thought, I'm going to turn that into a bear. So I made my first proper memory bear for myself. So and I have it on show. He comes with us in the van when we go away, because we go camping a lot in our camper van. And Gordon Bear comes with us. So really, that's how it all started. I put a picture on Facebook, and I had lots of inquiries from it. And I think especially the ties resonated with people, because that's what a lot of people remember, the ties. They're a special occasion, maybe a wedding, funeral, birthday party. You normally buy new tie. I mean, ladies can buy dresses and whatever, but men tend to buy a new tie. So I think that sort of resonated with a lot of people. And I got a lot of orders from that. And then things have gone on from there, and I now make memory bears from all sorts of material.
Oh, that's excellent. Thanks, Sandi. So, Sandi, you mentioned there about you make memory bears and other animals from all different types of material. Can you give some examples of some of the things that you actually make them from?
Oh, right. Now, I sort of pride myself on saying that I can make it out of anything. I use quite a nice interfacing, which if people don't know, it's something that I iron onto the material, and it stabilizes the material. So if you've got a very soft sort of chiffon material, it's no problem, because I can iron it on. If it's a lace, you can iron it on. And there's different sort of thicknesses of the interfacing that you can use. But I've used wedding dresses, wedding suits. I've used a horse blanket, a dog blanket, a pair of slippers, a fedora hat. There's probably nothing that I've said that somebody's given me that I said, no, I can't do it. So, and then people give me badges and medals to sew on them. And I've got jewellery to go on them to make them sort of really personalised. So basically, a lot of people just think, oh, it's a baby grow or it's a shirt. But anything that you have that somebody's worn, give it to me. It might be a blanket. It could be anything.
Thank you. So you've mentioned a few things there, and you mentioned baby grow. Is it right that you can sort of replicate the weight of the baby with a baby grow?
It is, yeah, absolutely. I had a 2-pound baby, so I had a very small baby. And I know that as my daughter grew up and she sort of said, what size was I? And I said, oh, you're 2 pounds. You can't visualize that weight. And so actually you can, if somebody gives me baby grows, we can make a bear, an elephant, a unicorn, anything from it. And then I've got weighted beads that I put inside the bear so that we can weight them to the actual weight of the baby, which is lovely, because afterwards, I think when you've had a small baby, you don't realize how it feels. So when you've actually got that weight, you go, gosh, you were that small, you weighed that much, and it's something to sort of feel and hold and remember. So it's actually a lovely way to remember a baby, and it's a nice gift for somebody. So if you know somebody that's had a baby, say to them, oh, can I have your first outfit that you came home from hospital in or something, and then let me have it, we can weight it to the exact weight. And it's a lovely gift for somebody maybe on a christening or something like that.
Oh, that's lovely. So it's a very responsible role you've got there, isn't it, Sandi? Because, you're dealing with people's very precious items and that. So have you got anything you'd like to tell us about? Are there any sort of memorable, really memorable things that you've made? I understand that you have made lots and lots of different things. So, but just let us know just a couple of examples of things you've made for people.
Well, you're right. I've made lots now, and I think every everyone I've made has had a story to it, and that's the part that I love. And I always try and get people's stories, because it means something for me when I'm making it, because I know how much when I made my dad's bear, actually making it meant to me, because it was his precious ties that I was cutting up, but making it into something that I could really keep as an heirloom. I had a lady that gave me some baby grows, very sadly she'd lost her son at 1 year old, and she'd kept these baby grows for 21 years. And on his 21st birthday, sorry, she said to me, would I take them and make a baby bear out of it? So she had 4 grow suits, and normally I'd probably say 5 to 6 grow suits makes a nice bear. So I didn't have that much to play around with, so I very carefully unpicked all the seams of it, so I had as much material as I could and made it for her, because she'd kept those grow suits in a cupboard for a long time, without really seeing them. But now she's actually got the bear there, which is lovely. There's some quite sad cases of people losing children quite young, and I've made bears for them, which is wonderful. A wedding dress was a fun one that I made. She'd been married for 15 years. It was her 15th wedding anniversary. And she said, my husband's always wearing the same suit. She said, and I don't want to wear it anymore. She said, can I give you a suit and will you make a bear out of it? So she didn't know that her poor husband's suit still had the hanger in the wardrobe, and I had the suit, and I had to take pictures of it at different stages. And on the wedding anniversary, she had 2 bags, because she actually gave me her wedding dress as well. So she said, I'm cutting up his suit, I might as well cut up my wedding dress as well. And she had 2 bags on the bed, and she videoed it of him coming in going, what's this? That looks like my suit. And she said, it is your suit. And he's going, oh, that's fabulous. So that was like a nice side of the stories as well.
Excellent, that's good. But it sounds like it's a lot of work. It sounds like you put a lot of care and attention into it. So Sandi, how long does it take? Let's say I was to send you, I don't know, my dad who's passed away, his clothes to you now. How long would that take for me or for you to actually make that bear?
It's quite a long process, because once you've spoken to me, I'd like to talk to you. I'd like to find out a bit about your dad, and I'd like to know what clothes you're going to send to me, and I'll suggest what is suitable for you sending to me, and how we can design it. Some people leave it completely up to me, and some people are quite specific about where they want certain bits of material. So that bit in itself can take a little while. You can talk over the phone with me, you can send me a letter, you can Zoom talk to me. I've got a website where you've got a wish list that you can put things on as well. And I always say to it, send it to me with all your details, with the colour of the eyes that you'd like as well. And that's quite important to get the eyes right as well on the bear, I think. And then once I've got it in, at the moment I've got a waiting list of about 2 months in. So it's normally 2 to 3 months. Christmas time's an awful lot longer. And then once the bear starts, it will take me probably about, I get it back to you within a week of starting the bear. The designing can take anything from about an hour to about 3 or 4 hours, depending on what material you've got that you give me. And then making up the bear takes about 7 to 8 hours, again, because some take more hand sewing than others do. And then I always photograph the bear for you. I always wrap it nicely and add a few little touches, which you'll find out when you order a bear from me. Okay. So all in all, anything from about 9 hours to 10, 12 hours it can take.
All right, okay. So we need to allow at the moment just at least a couple of months.
Absolutely. Most orders, as I said, at the moment I'm starting round about the end of August time now, so it'll be into September that I'm getting bears back now that have ordered.
Right, and also, as you mentioned, demand is going to increase quite considerably as we approach Christmas. So
absolutely, yes, because it's a lovely Christmas present for people, and people buy it for the nans or the granddads or the mums or dads for memories, which is lovely.
Lovely, thank you. So at the end of this video, we're going to put all your contact details about how people can get in touch with you, either through Facebook, they can phone you or they can email you. But what should people have in mind when they contact you then, Sandi, if they want something made? Yeah.
First of all, we need to know what animal they'd like. A lot of people always think memory bears are just the bears. I do medium bears and I do tiny travel bears as well, which are very popular. People that like to, if they're going on holiday and they've lost maybe their husband or their wife, it's not the same. They like to have them there, maybe feel them there, and so they take little baby bears with them. I do unicorns, elephants, dogs, horses, foxes, rabbits, and I'm actually making a dove at the moment as well. But there's lots of animals out there. So first of all, you'd need to know what animal you'd like to have done. I'd then recommend how many pieces of clothing. And again, I can make anything from one piece of clothing through to about, we have 17 pieces in an average bear. So you can have up to 17 items of clothing if you wanted just a little bit in each part of it. And then I always want just your details, a little bit about the background, and that's it really. And then leave it with me.
Right, that's excellent. No, and thanks very much for your time today, Sandi. That's been really lovely.
That's been a pleasure.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get to speak again.
Lovely. Thanks very much, Jonathan.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.